sometimes you just gotta watch what you say, you know what I mean? Not to be on no superstitious shit, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I don't know how, just when I'm writing, I'm just writing, man, you know what I mean?
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Have you ever spit at a bar and wrote it down in the studio and now looking back you would change it? Yeah.
No, I don't like changing shit, you know what I mean? But I do think about some of the things that before I put it down that I say, because sometimes words, you could say something, you could bring it into fruition, you know what I mean? After seeing shit like Tupac, you know what I mean? Biggie, Life After Death, and
right. Yeah, he was speaking about it a lot.
Pac too, they were saying some stuff that at the end of the day, that shit became a reality, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta watch what you say, you know what I mean? Not to be on no superstitious shit, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I don't know how, just when I'm writing, I'm just writing, man, you know what I mean?
You got a wine, Licata, right? Is that am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah.
How'd you get into wine?
My younger brother, he part of my management team. He called me one day and he was like, yo, I got this dude that, they in the spirits world and, they looking to partner up with you. Are you interested? And I'm like, wine? I'm like, at this time, guys got their liquor out there, whatever the case may be. And I thought about it and I'm like, as long as it could tell a story, how can I relate to it? Because I don't really drink wine like that. Only wine that we was drinking was Colorasi, nigga. That was fucking $6 fucking wine that, in wine coolers, that we was drinking in the hood. But when we did the Purple tape and we did the album cover, we had a bunch of wine bottles on the front cover. So I started thinking about that, and I'm like, damn, I could tell a story now because we were trying to be on without even fully being on yet. So I told my brother, I said, yeah, I'm down to entertain it. And got up with these guys and I told them, I said, yo, listen, as long as I'm able to curate what it is that it is and come up with the name and design the bottle, and of course the shit gotta taste good, and they were willing to sacrifice to let me do that. So I came up with the name Licata. Licata is a small place, a small town in Sicily.
Okay.
They didn't spell it like that. The place wasn't, but this was a place where a lot of the poor people from Sicily lived, and they had their own olive oil, just trying to make money any kind of way, but they were valiant people. And that made me think about my story and my community where I'm coming from, where it was so hard for us to get on, you know what I mean? Because niggas wasn't getting jobs in my neighborhood, you know what I mean? You lived in that district, you ain't getting no fucking job, you know what I mean? I never had a job to this day, never had a real job, never, ever, never. And not that I wouldn't have been down to work, because my mom's definitely was forcing my ass as a kid to put on a suit and go across that fucking boat, and you gonna go in Manhattan and try, nigga, you know what I mean? But it just couldn't work, you know what I mean? And that turned us into who we were, you know what I mean? See, one thing about my neighborhood, it was like a lot of us didn't have the mother and father thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about a lot of us, like maybe like 35 niggas I know that, where your father at, nigga? Like,
yeah, that shit.
And I'm sure,
that's how niggas grew up.
That's how it be. It's like,
it be one
them
person
niggas back then in the 70s, they was splitting. They
was wilding.
They didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Niggas like, yo, man, I'm out of here. So that's how we were all able to we were all able to relate to one another, and the streets became our fathers, or dudes in the community that were, like at the time when I was coming up, I got 2 brothers now, but back then when I didn't have brothers, I used to idolize niggas who did have brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I felt like, damn, that was something that I wish I had, at that time. But the streets became our parents. You know what I mean? Right. Your mom, she got to go to work. She ain't got time to do the things, even hug you sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of niggas that they moms probably never told them they loved them. You know what I mean? Or hugged them, or, gave them that affection. The streets is just, that became the parents to how we thought. So either you had to experience life in a crazy way, or a bad way, or a good way. But for us, it was just, just growing up and just trying to survive, and that's why, records like Cream, they relate so much to me, you know what I mean? Because it was like, damn, we always was those niggas that was trying to get money. Because if you wasn't trying to get something, you wasn't gonna be nothing, especially where we were at. And that was the last thing we wanted to do, was be those dudes that was failures, that didn't even try. Didn't even try to be something. It's like we wasn't those niggas.
Are you a boxing fan?
Oh, absolutely.
So who do you pick for this Tyson and?
We're gonna get some real quick picks.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Mike, man.
Yeah.
Mike is a fucking animal, man.
Can
I know Mike too. I know.
Okay. Can you call it around? What do you think?
Can I call around?
Yeah, when it's gonna happen? When you gonna?
Shit, the first round, nigga.
First round.
Always to me, always the first 3 rounds, or really the first 2 rounds to me is where you really, really gonna go after each other, though. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at the white boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jake Paul. He proved himself to be, for him coming from the social media shit and becoming a rising star. It's like you could tell he working.
Yeah,
he doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? It don't look fixed. It look like he really on his shit though. But I'm Mike all the way, nigga. Mike gonna chew, man, because he's a warrior from the beginning. And when I think of who he was, because you gotta remember when Cuban Links came out, Mike was in his prime. It's 95 and all that, 94.
Yeah.
Mike was probably about 20 then, tearing shit up, going crazy. So you never can count Mike out. I don't give a fuck if he 60.
Yeah.
That nigga hit you.
Yeah, it's gonna be all.
If he get hit, you know what I mean? If he get hit, he gonna feel it. He gonna feel it. You know what I mean? So I'm sure the kid know what he's up against, but at the end of the day, I'm going for Mike, man. You know what I mean? Just because I know his personality, and I don't think that Mike is gonna allow him to Mike gonna teach him something, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying he might not get nothing, because you never know. You never know, you know what I mean? But as far as being a big boxing, yeah, I love that shit. Love that shit.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
It ain't real life. Just say real life street Starz.